have some of the big challenges been for you to date?
I think one of our biggest challenges is because we market to parents of toilet training children, we've got seniors, we've got special needs, we've got multiple countries, we've got B2B and B2C. So we're a small team of 6.5, so trying to work out what to focus on, and that's been something through doing this. It's got us focusing on getting one market sorted, then going to the next one and repeating that. So it's just the diversity. We've got so much opportunity, and we look at all the opportunity, but we need to be concentrating on one, getting it really humming, and then going on from there.
Making sure that our brands don't get lost in translations for some of these export markets. So we feel the pull of the Chinese sort of Asian market. We think there's definitely a good fit. We get a lot of inquiries from that market, but to date we haven't found quite the right fit in terms of the retailer or distributor. So we're still working on that.
We've kind of learnt the hard way. We've gone into certain markets. It's been, you don't know what you don't know, basically. And we've come up amongst a number of different challenges we didn't even knew existed. Regulatory challenges in the States, for example. The other thing as well, I think, that we've learnt is New Zealand is a very small country. We're very honest. Generally, it's too small a place to not operate honestly. That can't be said of the rest of the world, so you have to be really careful around who you're dealing with and evaluating the risks.
We're trying to really ascertain what is the opportunity that presents for our products, how can we manage those markets more efficiently, more effectively, and most importantly, how can we engage with those markets in a way that a lot of Kiwi businesses being so far away naturally have got that distance barrier. So things like Skype, being in market more often, having in-market boots on the ground, these things are really important for us to really make sure that we're engaged on the ball and maximising that revenue opportunity.
What's your big dream?
My big dream would be doing the numbers that we're doing in Australia as a percentage of the population in the UK.
Conquer the world.
Yeah. How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's a slow start. No, it's been a really challenging 3 years, and we've learnt a tremendous amount. But I guess big dreams would be South America is the next obvious one for us, and there's pockets in Europe that we're focusing on more through OEM channels rather than actually going to market ourselves.
Big dream is we've doubled the business in the last 4 years. We'd like to double it again the next 4.
What was the reason for you engaging with the Accelerate100 program through Export New Zealand?
Mainly because we were so green, and you feel quite isolated at times about, are you doing the right thing, are you making the right decisions, and you're dealing with large amounts of money, and things can go pear-shaped fairly quickly with that. So it's just getting that support from companies that have been there, done that, and it's comforting to know that just about everybody you talk to has been through the same pains, the same issues. They've had to work through those, and so it's enabled us to react a little bit quicker, I guess, and make some calls early before things the wheels came off.
I knew we had to do something different if we wanted to grow. We've been doing the same thing for several years, and we've sort of flatlined. So I knew we needed to do something different, and to do that, we needed to be talking to the right people, finding out how other people are doing things, being connected with different people, networking, and just learning the things that we don't know.
The knowledge sharing is invaluable. You're meeting with not only a number of people that are in similar situations to you, but also a number of people that have done it before, and they can say, look, we've done it, this is the things that we face, these are the things you need to consider. So hugely valuable for those reasons.
We felt Export New Zealand provided programs and mentoring support for exporters by exporters, which is something which NZT don't do. We really saw some excellent value in having some mentors come on board, provide some objective and some strategic thoughts and fresh perspectives for us about how that we can take our current market opportunities, maximise those, and look the next 5, 10, 15 years down in the future through their experiences.
How has your experience with the program been to date?
It's fantastic. I suddenly feel like I've got a little bit of a support crew helping me make the right choices, and being introduced to mentors that understand what I'm trying to achieve, and meeting other businesses that are doing the same thing. It's so much easier. You definitely don't feel like you're doing it all completely alone, which is such a nice feeling. Yeah.
It's been excellent. We've been put in touch with some great people that have been really open and transparent about their businesses, and the learnings have been huge, and just there's a real comfort that comes from that, to know that we are making the right calls, even though you're making them, but you're just hearing that that confirmation that others are seeing that as the right thing to do.
We've got a plan in place, and it feels like we know what we need to do to start seeing that growth, and a lot of it's been getting our foundations sorted and getting embedded properly down here, and then working through those. So we've got a plan. It feels quite exciting.
Great.
I think it's being in the environment of other exporters and some more mature exporters that are further on the journey.
So we've just recently this week done one-on-one time with our two business mentors, and both of them from very different backgrounds, but both of them bring incredible knowledge and expertise. So having just 2 hours with them this week has been fascinating, and just going through some of the things that we need to think about as a business, and just putting that structure in place. It's been fantastic.
Oh, very good. We've just had our first meeting, so we're at the beginning of our journey, but in that sort of first introductory to our session, we've really got down to the nuts and bolts in terms of PARS as a business, really embracing that part of our journey and what we're wanting to achieve, and really how those mentors can help support us facilitate that.
And so would you recommend other businesses at that early stage of their export journey to engage in the Accelerate 100 program?
Definitely, yeah. It's as long as you're partnered with the right companies and you feel like there's an autonomy, or there's a relationship there that will work based on there's some familiarity with what they're doing and how it compares with you, the product set and things, then it's hugely beneficial.
It's a must. It's seriously a must. We've been going for a long time. We've been mucking in trying to do it ourselves, but having that independent advice at a really senior level is something that you just can't get in your own business without having that type of experience.
That's fantastic.